the exercise I'm going to do with you now is a front lunge stretch, and it stretches the muscle called the psoas, which is basically the front of our hip. It's also very good for our balance and strengthen our legs, and we definitely have to use the core for it. And I will afterwards go into the pigeon, which is brilliant at getting a lower back and buttock stretch. So we start in a 4-point kneeling position. So get yourself into a good 4-point kneeling position. Your knees are hip width apart and your feet are in line with your knees. So if you look between the knees, you shouldn't be seeing your feet, because they should be in line. The knee is directly below the hip, and you have the wrist directly below the shoulder. Have a nice wide hand, so it's a good base of support. Keeping your pelvis in neutral, always keeping your tummy pulled in, so you've got this sling of support from underneath, and having a nice long back. I'm going to start by bringing my right foot in between my hands. If you can't get it up on their own, you just use your hand to do that. And then lengthen your left leg away, keeping the leg in line with the hip. So you want to make sure this knee does not come in front of your foot. So if your foot is back here, it's going to do that, in which case you bring your foot further forward so that when you lunge, it's not going to do that. So once you're in this position, just come onto your fingertips and just lunge very slightly forward on this right knee. And I'm getting a really lovely stretch on the front of my left hip here. I'm also getting a stretch on the inside of my right thigh as well. So once you've gone to that level, then you can put your hands on your knees and stretch and lunge a little bit further. Now from here, you can take your hands off your knees and put your hands up, and then get another little stretch. But if you want a really good challenge, start with your hands back on this knee. Now I'm just look at my left foot. I'm going to tuck my toes under. I'm not pushing off with my right leg, so I'm not just lifting myself with my right leg. I am literally just straightening my left leg, and now I can bring my arms up. So I haven't lifted off on my right leg. I haven't raised my body. I've just stretched my left leg. It's quite challenging, so if you can't do this, don't worry. To come out of it, you drop the knee down. You can bring your hands back onto your knee as well, untuck your toes, and then bring your hands back down onto the mat. Now we're going to take our body back a bit, so walk your hands back towards your left knee, and I'm now taking my whole body back, so it's trying to sort of sit towards my left heel, and I've straightened out my right leg here, so as much as you can. My toes are up, and then from the top of my thigh, I'm turning my whole leg into my midline, and then I'm going to turn it away, and you get different stretches as you do this, coming into the midline and away. We'll do one more each way, and away, and then back to the center, and then you can put that foot down, walk your hands forward, and then you can release that leg, and let's get back into 4-point kneeling for the other side. So this exercise you can do at any level. If you get to a level you think that is not for me, then don't do it. Just come to whatever level you want. So bring your left foot up between your hands, lengthen your right leg away in line with the hip, so just check it's in line. Make sure this knee is not going in front of those toes, and then coming onto my tips of my fingers and lunging forward a little bit on the left. So I'm getting a lovely stretch to the front of my right hip, and also a stretch in the left. And then take it a little bit further. I can put my hands on my left knee and lunge a little bit more. So I can keep this position, just do my arms up here and lunge, or the extra challenge is tucking the right toes under and just straightening the right leg. Not lifting off on the left, so I'm not just lifting my body up, I'm just straightening my leg. And then the arms up here, hold it for a breath or two, and then bring your hands back onto your knee, drop your right knee down, untuck your toes, put your hands back on the mat, but now nearer to my right leg. Take my whole body back as if I'm trying to sit towards my right heel, straightening behind my left knee, my toes are up, and then you can turn the whole leg in. So it's not just from the ankle, It's the whole leg from the top of the thigh, turning the leg in, turning the leg out. Let's do one more each way. And out, then come back to the center. And now walk your hands forward. Now we can go straight into pigeon from here. So I'm going to take my left foot. Again, you can always use your hand to put my left, outside of my left ankle, between my right heel of my right hand and my right knee. And then I'm going to lengthen my right leg away. So now I'm going to come onto my forearms. And then I gradually bring my body down. So at whatever point you think you've got enough of a stretch, stay there and relax into it. To go into the full stretch, you take your arms above your head and you can drop your head onto the mat. Keep your arms straight, lengthen your right leg away, and do a little wiggle with your bottom, just to move the position of your hips to find your best stretch. And then just breathe and relax into this. Sometimes it can be really tight, so you just got to take your time to relax and let the muscles release. So almost visualize your breath into wherever is tight and just visualize it releasing. But keeping your body as relaxed as possible, because if you tense up, the muscles won't get the right message to let go. So we'll stay here for a few more breaths. At any point you can come out of this by just walking your hands back up so you come up to sitting. But if you do this on your own, you can stay here for a minute or so. So I'm going to come slowly out of it now. Lift my head up, walk my hands back up, and then release that left leg and come back into 4-point kneeling. So let's do the right side now. So bring the right foot to between the heel of your left hand and your left knee, and then lengthen your left leg away, and you gradually come down onto your forearms. So you want to keep that left leg in line with the left hip, so just check that you have done so. And then you just start walking your arms away and bringing yourself down onto the mat a bit more. If you have your arms straight, you get a nice stretch through the upper back, top of the upper arms as well. Keep the shoulders relaxed, and again do a little wiggle in your hips. So you think, oh gosh, I've got a good stretch there, so just stay at that point. Breathe into it. Allow the body to release and relax into this. And when you do this at home, you can stay here for about a minute or so, but I'm going to slowly come out of this now, walking my hands back up, release that leg, and I'm just going to finish off in the rest position, so knees wide, feet together, and again dropping my head down towards the mat. Couple of nice deep breaths into your back here, really feel that ribcage expanding at the back. And then using your core, don't push off with your arms. Stay sitting on your heels and restack your spine. If your knees are bad, you can come into high kneeling like this as you do so. But if you can sit on your heels, then great. So that is the front lunge stretch with the pigeon. Thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed it.